In India, PanchayatiRaj system refers to the local self-government in India. It was introduced in 1992 to develop rural India. Gram Sabha can be described as a meeting where people directly participate and seek answers from their elected representatives. In this chapter, we will study Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha meeting begins with the Panchayat president, who is also called the Sarpanch, and the members of the Panchayat, the Panchs, presenting a plan on repairing the road that connects the village to the main highway. After this, the discussion moves to the subject of water and water shortages. A villager called Ramu begins the meeting by saying, "The water problem in Hardas has become very acute. The hand pump water has gone well below the point up to which the ground has been drilled. We hardly get any water in the taps. Women have to go to the Suru river, which is 3 kilometers away, to get water." One of the members suggests piping water from the Suru and making an overhead tank in the village to increase the supply. But the others think that this will be expensive. It's better, they feel, to deepen the hand pumps and clean the wells for this season. Ramu says, "This is not enough. We need to do something more permanent as groundwater levels seem to be going down every year. We are using more water than is seeping into the ground." Another member, Arbas, then tells everyone that he has seen ways of conserving water and recharging or refilling it in a village in Maharashtra where he had once gone to visit his brother. It was called watershed development, and he had heard that the government gave money for this work. In his brother's village, people had planted trees, constructed check dams and tanks. Everyone thought this was an interesting idea, and the Gram Panchayat was asked to find out about it in detail. The next item on the agenda for the Gram Sabha is the finalization of the list of people below the poverty line or BPL, which had to be approved by the Gram Sabha. As soon as the list is read out, people begin to whisper, "Shyam has just bought a color TV and his son has sent him a new motorcycle. How can he be below the poverty line?" Ratanlal mutters to the person sitting next to him. Sarita says to Lakshmi Bai, "How did Virju's name get onto the list? He has so much land. This list should have only poor people. And Vishnu is a landless laborer who can barely make ends meet. Yet his name is not on the list." You know that both Shyam and Virju are friends of Seth Mathura Das. Who can counter his power? Lakshmi Bai says, "Mathura Das was the earliest zamindar or landowner of the village and still has control over a lot of land. But we should get Vishnu's name in it." The Sarpanch, Panchayat president, notices people whispering and asks if anyone has anything to say. Then Sarita gets up and says that Vishnu's name should be in the BPL list. Others agree, and the Sarpanch asks how his name had been missed out. The teacher who did the survey of BPL families says, "Vishnu's house was locked when I went there. He may have gone somewhere to look for work." The Sarpanch gives instructions that Om Vishnu's family income be looked at, and if it is less than what has been decided by the government, his name should be included in the list. Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat meets regularly, and one of its main tasks is to implement development programs for all villages that come under it. The work of the Gram Panchayat has to be approved by the Gram Sabha. In some states, Gram Sabhas form committees like construction and development committees. These committees include some members of the Gram Sabha and some from the Gram Panchayat who work together to carry out specific tasks. Hardas Gram Panchayat on water problem. The meeting of Hardas Gram Panchayat was attended by the Sarpanch, ward members, Panchs and the secretary. They first discussed the suggestion to deepen 2 hand pumps and clean 1 well so that the village would not go without water. The Sarpanch or Panchayat president suggested that since the Panchayat had received some money for maintenance of hand pumps, this could be used for completing this work. The members agreed and the secretary recorded their decision. The members then went on to discuss the options for a long-term solution. After a long discussion, they zeroed in on watershed program which they thought of discussing with the block development officer. 3 levels of Panchayat. The PanchayatiRaj system is the first tier or level of a democratic government. The idea behind it is to provide more and more space for people to participate and raise their voices. Thus, the Panchs and the Gram Panchayat remain answerable to the Gram Sabha because it is the members of the Gram Sabha who elect them. The Panchayati-Raj system has 2 other levels. One is the block level, which is called the Janpad Panchayat or the Panchayat Samiti. The Panchayat Samiti has many Gram Panchayats under it. Above the Panchayat Samiti is the District Panchayat or the Zilla Parishad. The Zilla Parishad actually makes developmental plans at the district level. It also regulates the money distribution among all the Gram Panchayats.